Was a day that shocked a community. 8 people, members of the same family, shot to death in Pike County. Now, 5 months later, no arrests, no suspects, and now worries that some of the crime scene evidence may be useless. Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking developments in the murders of this Pike County family, and it all surrounds the evidence.
We are going to get right out to the investigative reporter Jody Barr, live in Pike County. Now, Jody, you have spent more than a month working undercover right where you're standing. So what's happening there? Some say could hurt the prosecution of this case.
Yeah, that is true, Tricia. And what I saw here and what I videotaped here day after day, night after night, has shocked a former prosecutor. And now, after I showed what we found to the Pike County Sheriff, that sheriff is promising to do something about it. This is where investigators are holding most of the evidence in the Pike County murders. That evidence was hauled here from the massive crime scene 20 miles away. You see a fence, you see a building, but the trouble lies in what you don't see. No guards, no locks.
Any evidence that they would pull out of that thing would be virtually useless.
And why do you say that?
Well, because you can walk straight through the gate there, and you're over that fence. An old man like me could get over that thing in 20 seconds.
Mike Allen is the former Hamilton County prosecutor turned defense attorney. We took him out to the warehouse, a warehouse that holds the actual crime scenes, 3 mobile homes and a camper. And the lot outside holds hundreds of other pieces of evidence rounded up from the Roden family massacre. The sheriff and Attorney General Mike DeWine decided to move the entire crime scenes to this warehouse.
You know, we did it to protect the crime scene.
Is it hard to get all the evidence together and make sure that it's secured? Of course it's hard, but this ain't good enough.
For the last 6 weeks, we made 20 trips to Pike County watching this warehouse. Never once did we see an officer, and night after night, no lock on the gate. The fact that we're here on this property right now, feet away from these pieces of evidence, does that concern you?
It would be a prosecutor's nightmare.
And not only were there no guards, the main entrance to the entire property was often left unlocked, open for anyone to just walk right through. An access road runs alongside the warehouse. The gate securing that road is locked, but with just a piece of wire.
If I were a criminal defense attorney representing someone charged in this case, I'd be all over this like white on rice that anything taken out of that lot has zero evidentiary value.
This warehouse is also home to at least 2 private companies. We watched those employees walk into work just feet away from the evidence and no officer on scene. Investigators would not allow us inside the warehouse to see how the 4 trailers were protected. We did get a look one morning. You can see employees sitting by a door, and right behind them, that gray trailer is one of the Roden crime scenes. Mike Allen says the solution would have been easy. Post an armed officer at the warehouse 24/7.
And how hard would it be? Yes, there would be an expense, but it's certainly a justified expense to have a uniformed police officer out here watching it. I think that's what you have to do to secure the scene. But again, in many ways, I think the genie's already out of the bottle. If they're able to identify and charge and indict who committed this horrible crime, yeah, the whole thing could be jeopardized because of this. And it's just, it's senseless as to why.
Now back to the point that we never saw an armed guard out here. That fact was actually explained and confirmed by the Pike County Sheriff himself.
I cannot tell you that a human being is there 24/7. A police officer, absolutely not. But he has no idea. He has given you an opinion, which I will respect, without knowing everything that's in place.
And now that's just the beginning. We spent 4 hours with Pike County Sheriff Charlie Reeder trying to get answers. You might be surprised at what he told us. Tricia, Rob?
Jody, where is Attorney General Mike DeWine in all of this? Because when this happened, He was
there.
It was press conference after press conference. He was like leading the pack here. So is he the man who would have to prosecute this? And what happened to him?
Yeah, the state attorney general's office indeed would prosecute this case if they ever charge someone with that. Now, we tracked DeWine down just this morning. He tells us he's not worried at all about what we found here. You'll hear from him and more from the sheriff coming up at 10:30. Live in Pike County, Jody Barr, Fox 19 Now investigates.
And 5 months after this happened, the interest on the story is still very high, and I think it's because no one's been arrested for these 8 murders.
8 people murdered, and we haven't heard anything yet. Now, we watched the rest of this story you're going to see in just a little bit, and it's amazing, so you need to stay tuned.
10:30, that's when that's coming up. Other